All right, we ready, Steve?
Yeah, ready, man. Go ahead.
All right. All right. Good evening, everybody. I am Marilyn McDonald, Chair of Bridgewater Conservation. I'm just going to read into the public notice prior to opening up this meeting. Section 20 of Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021 in relative extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency. The meeting of Conservation Commission for the town of Bridgewater will be hybrid and accessible to the public through remote participation to the greatest extent possible. There will be no public attendance permitted. Citizens who wish to tune in to the meeting might do so via Zoom, and the link is provided on the town websites. For those of you who have not been to a conservation hearing before, I just want to give you a little bit on how it does prevail. Bridgewater Conservation has a 100-foot jurisdiction for many wetlands and 200 for many riverfronts. We are governed by both rules and regulations of our state and local bylaws to ensure that there is minimal impact to any wetlands for any filing and to assure that the project meets the performance standards. An applicant, what happens, an applicant presents the filing, the board and the agent then have the opportunity to ask questions. We then open the questions to the public. We ask that you speak to the chair directly, and I will route whoever may best answer that. We do ask that it stays to wetland questions only. That's the only thing that we can answer is wetland questions. What happens at the end of a filing is we do two things. It's either continued or closed. If it's continued, that's your notice to the next meeting. If it's closed, the conservation has 21 days to render a decision. Once a decision is rendered with an order of conditions, there is a 10-day business appeal to Master EP. That being said, I'm going to start tonight's agenda under new business, which we just have one, and that is notice of intent, 100 Nolan Park, map 73, lot 74. Applicant is Michael Jr., Sylvan Engineering Associates. I assume you have the green cards, honey Nicole, there?
Yes.
Okay, I've got the notice that you sent me. Thank you very much. I'll read that in and we'll be open. 100 Nolan Park, legal notice for notice of public hearing, Conservation Commission, Bridgewater, Mass. In accordance with the Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, in the town of Bridgewater, local wetland bylaw, the Bridgewater Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on May 26, 2022 for a notice of intent filed by Michael Jr. The applicant proposes construction of a garage addition and associated grading within the buffer zone to bordering vegetated wetlands. The property is owned by Michael Jr. and is located at 100 Nolan Park, Bridgewater, Mass, map 73, parcel 34. Please contact the Bridgewater Conservation Office at 508-697-0950 for the time and location of the link and virtual participation. All interested persons are encouraged to attend. This filing is now open. Who do we have? Rebecca. Rebecca?
Talking to myself.
Talking
to myself.
Yeah, I could see that mute button there. So
sorry. So I'm gonna place it on the screen. Pretty straightforward. We're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, we got a little report.
Yep.
All right. Well, we have an applicant who wishes to propose a small garage for essentially toys, so that it's not like a garage for a car. So there's a tiny driveway. It's not like we're looking to get in there with a big truck. So that's why it's a small access drive. They're going to remove the existing deck and some landscape timbers and a retaining wall in order to construct this proposed garage in a retaining wall, kind of to put things back into place. They are in the 100-foot buffer to a bordering vegetated wetland that Ken Thompson flagged earlier this year. Let's see, when did he do it? April 11th. It's minor in nature and it should look good when it's done. If there's any questions? Or Steve?
no, I'll hit it to Steve. Steve, have you been out there?
Yes, I have. So, Nicole, can you scroll back up to the pictures that I took in the backyard of where this is actually going to be?
Yep.
Going?
Sorry, my computer's a little slow, so just give me a second.
Okay.
We'll get there.
So yeah, so I went out to the site, and as Rebecca described, this is a very simple project from a conservation and wetlands perspective because it occurs in what is essentially a lawn area. So this is a garage that is on the outer edges of the 100-foot buffer zone. You can see the aerial shot there. There's a large wetland complex, freshwater wetland behind the home. I have no issues with the way the project is designed, the way the project is addressed from both siltation and erosion silt fencing. The only thing I saw during my on-site was that it seems like either all the grass clippings from the property have been dumped right on the edge. You can see the tree, as far as tree debris being dumped towards the wetland area outside the fenced area. I cannot confirm I can't confirm or prove that the homeowner is doing this dumping, but we would just like a better location for that if you're going to do that. And if those are coming from the yard or in the buffer zone to the wetland, those are issues that need to be brought to the commission's attention before you do any of that type of activity. So that's my only suggestion really to the board, is that we did notice some minor violations in the sense of grass clippings and this woody debris that was being dumped in the buffer zone closer to the wetland. Other than that, the project is fine and not very complex at all. And I would suggest closing and issuing an order of conditions on this time.
All right, Eileen, any comments on this filing?
Nope, I'm good.
Wendy, any comments on this filing?
No, I would say no. I think if that debris is by chance the landowners, that there are areas that you can drop off waste and not dump it out in towards the wetland. Like Bridgewater Farm Supply, they take it, mulch it, it's minimal cost.
I agree. That was going to be my comment of concern too. So, please take that under advisement and protect the wetlands. All right, anybody with a question on this filing raising their hand? Nicole, anybody?
We'll just check into the chat.
I don't see anything.
Let's see anything
Okay.
in the chat. I know that the homeowner is here and his audio is trying to connect. I can touch base with him, after the fact here and address the issues. Because again, I can't prove who did this. I don't know how long he's owned the property for, or how long he's resided there, but I just want to make sure.
Going further, if it is a homeowner not to
Yeah,
do it. If
just-
they see anybody, to please call you. So that's fine. Otherwise, I don't see any, it's not a complicated filing. So at this point, Chair would entertain a motion, please, to close.
Eileen, you can go for it. I don't know.
Eileen, you there?
We have Harry in here too.
Sorry, I was muted.
All right, I need a motion to close, please.
Up, I'll make the motion to close. I
That's
need a
it.
second.
And
Second.
we got a second. All right, here in a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Eileen Prisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith,
Aye.
and you said Harry's on, Harry Bailey?
Yes, I do see
Aye.
that.
All right, I hear him.
Aye.
Okay. All right, so that is closed. All right. We have nothing under,
Would the commission entertain issuing that?
when's our next meeting? In 2 weeks? Yeah, we could, yeah, I'll entertain approving it. Nothing to really think on for 21 days. Chair would entertain a motion for approval.
Make a motion to approve. Nolan Park, I don't have the house number in front of me again.
100?
100,
100, thank you,
map 73, lot 34.
thank
Second.
All right, heard a second. Any further discussion? Further discussion on approval is just Steve
Nope.
following up with the clippings would be good. All right, roll call vote, please. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Eileen Prisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith.
Aye.
All right, that is now closed and approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, moving right along, we're going under Conservation Commission business, approval of minutes. I have read the minutes. Everybody read the minutes, please?
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, Chair would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Here in a second, any further discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none, roll call vote. Marilyn McDonald, aye. Harry Bailey,
Aye.
Eileen Prisco,
Aye.
Wendy Smith.
Aye.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna add a few things in the conservation business. So Steve, I understand, you see the owner of Bedford Street?
Yes, I see Bradford McKinnon. I know McKinnon is the last name associated with the property. on Bedford Street. So I'll ask him to unmute if we want to, if the commission would like to sort this out first.
Yes, and I'll let you take the lead on this one, Steve, for the
Sure.
moment, please. Thank you.
Does Mr. McKinnon, will you just,
Yeah.
will you just identify yourself for the record, please?
Yeah, Paul McKinnon,
And address, please?
86 Spring Street, apartment 2F.
Thank you. So the purpose that you're here for tonight is you are the owner of the property that's down on Bedford Street that's located just to the south of the Bridgewater Athletic Center. The commission and the commissioners have noticed work going on that property or ongoing on that property that's just to the south, whether it be the movement of loam piles, wood chips, other landscape materials.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Yeah, but
I've been doing that for 50
hold on 1
years
second.
now.
Just hold on 1 second. I'll let you have plenty of time to talk.
Okay.
So on the other side of the property is a freshwater wetland that leads back to behind the entire strip of properties that are there along Bedford Street. And there's a large freshwater wetland complex back there. Now I've noticed this, and then I went back and I took a look at the aerials and provided the commission with those aerials that document this property dating back to about 2014, I believe. And
No,
we've seen, we have evidence that basically during the pandemic, it looked like there has been activity on the site prior. However, activity restarted in close proximity to the wetlands back during the pandemic in about 2019 based on aerial photography. So what I would suggest to the commission in this case is, before we get into any formal enforcement orders or notices of intent, that if the commission would like to meet with the property owner on site to discuss next steps, I would suggest that would be the best step so that we can potentially avoid getting into enforcement orders and finding situations. Mr. McKinnon, are you open to that suggestion?
Yeah, I'd have my engineer go down there. And I just want to bring up one thing that you mentioned about the town's waste. You're aware of the Board of Health approached me a long time ago, 6 years ago. I took the town's waste for nothing to do a favor. Then the building inspector took me to court. I've been doing this for my whole life. I know the part you're talking about, the southern part. Back in the day when the other health club owner owned it, you guys let him pump water from his retention pond into the wetlands, okay? That's why the berm is built up. They told me to build that section up so the water wouldn't flow back in. This problem goes back from the old owner from the health club, not the existing owner, the old owner. I got witnesses, town people that know that there was a pump being pumped over to the wetlands. So I would love to get a date and have my engineer go down there, and I'll show you all the reclamation I did, and I'll show you where I built up so the water wouldn't come back in my property because the town let this guy pump it in the wetlands. So I'm gonna have to get back to you with the date, which is good for me and good for you. Let me get a hold of my engineer.
That's, hi, it's Marilyn, the chair. That sounds great. Love to meet you on site. You can walk us through the past history of
Right,
it
that's what-
and how
that's
we
what-
can help you going forward. So that sounds great. Thank you very
Right.
much for your cooperation.
Yes,
It's
Mr.
truly
Mr. McKinnon.
appreciated.
If you could just call me at the office tomorrow so we can exchange contact information. I
Yeah,
didn't
I'll
have your
give you-
number just give me a ring tomorrow. I'm in the office from 8 to 1, and then we can exchange contact information so that we can stay in contact and work the situation out before it
Oh,
gets
I
to
want
more
to
serious
put this
steps.
problem out because it's
Well,
not, I mean,
And this
you know,
commission,
let's-
this commission's willing to work with you. I mean, that's the
I
thing.
understand, but let's be real. We dealt with the pandemic, the highest fuel prices in the world. And, you know, the town before, I had another piece of property sold and you guys jerked the guy around, Burgess Pest Control, wouldn't let him build. He spends $70,000 and I lose. So
Right.
it
Sir-
looks like the town's out to get me,
Sir,
okay?
sir, we're not the town. We're actually just
I know you're
volunteers.
not the town.
So we're gonna help you on this matter, and I do appreciate you coming on tonight in cooperation. So
Okay.
we're here to help. All right,
That's what I like.
I just wanted to
Okay,
be
thank
noted
you.
for the record that we never got a piece of paper
We
for
never
this.
even
We
got
never got the
notified.
date like we were supposed to. I just want that on record. If I didn't know computer and all that stuff, we wouldn't even be here. I hope you all have
We
a
need
great
to-
day.
We'll
Wait a
move
minute,
this
we
forward.
need to know who you are.
I'm Brad McKinnon, Paul McKinnon's son. I live at 86 Spring Street also.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, thank
Yep.
you very much.
I'll talk to you
All right.
tomorrow. Steve.
Are we all set? to
Thank you, Mr.
leave this?
McKinnon. Yep.
We're all set. Thank you
All
again,
right,
guys.
You guys all have a good day.
You too.
You
my
You
too.
friend.
too. Thank you.
All right, and the next thing I'm gonna add is I just want to know from the office, have we heard anything on any plans with the enforcement and the fines that is ongoing on Vernon Street? Has, Nicole, has anybody been in touch with you?
No, I have not heard anything the last communication I had with you, Marilyn, is actually the last thing that's happened. We provided the constable provided their service and left the paperwork there as they were not able to put it in hand. So if you would like to have it delivered one more time, I had said to them that if we did this again, I need it in hand.
Yeah, it needs to be in
So-
hand. Yeah,
And
So,
yes,
okay.
and I made that very clear, and I don't think they quite understood that in the last one, unfortunately.
okay,
So at this point, though, we haven't heard anything.
okay. All right, please follow up with the constable then, and we'll need to have
Want to
that in
serve it
hand.
again?
Yep,
in hand?
Yep, it needs to be in hand.
Absolutely. I
Okay.
can work that out.
All right, it's unfortunate that was here. So, and then the last thing under conservation business I'm going to announce is that my term ends 6/30/22. I've been doing conservation for 8 years. I opted not to re-up my reappointment. I've got a new chapter in my life with grandchildren that I'm going to be going in a different direction. So it's been an awesome time. I've learned a lot. But at this time in my life, I will be calling it quits.
Congratulations, Marilyn.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good for
Thank you.
Good for you.
Get
Bad
to-
for
get
us.
to hang out with that baby.
Yep.
Yep. Anything the rest of the board has?
I'm good.
Nope.
I
All
got
right.
a granddaughter.
I know you do. Beautiful one. All right then, Chair would entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, roll call, aye.
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 All right,
And
thanks,
aye.
guys. Have a blessed night. Bye-bye now.
Have a night. Good
You
night.
too.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.